Is Lindsay Lohan saying hello to Dubai?
And a lot of C words this week. Cult, credit, cheating, and one word we can't say.
While Dorit is hiring security to protect her jewelry and handbags, Sutton is hiring it to protect herself from Erika? Yeah. Virtual reality. There is breaking Bravo news right now for virtual reality. I mean, the hair's not combed, the coffee's not drank yet, but we had to add this in because the alleged racist comment that Ramona Singer said about Ebony K. Williams has been revealed from a source, and it's not looking good for the Ramona coaster. I don't know if we need to stop the ride. I don't know if there needs to be a sit down. I mean, there was supposed to be a sit down, but the reunion, Ebony hasn't commented on this yet, and I don't know if she will. I don't know if she's going to save it for the next season, but all I know is that Ramona, not having a good week in terms of the headlines. Hey there, I'm Danny.
And I'm Evan. So the 4-part Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion finally came to a close this week. I cannot believe Beverly Hills Housewife reunion month is finally over.
I am shocked, and now I'm so sad because the reality is set in that I really don't have a life. I just had Erika Jane, and I don't really know what I'm going to do with myself. But luckily, they left us with a lot to simmer on.
Oh my God, I am still sitting with the onslaught of curse words thrown at Sutton Strack.
And it felt like you were being a bitchy
When she said that, the see you next Tuesday, I was like, my mouth was on the floor.
Oh, well, it fell into my Sauvignon Blanc. I had to get another glass, which I would have done anyway, but like I just spilled everywhere because Strack got whacked. Like she really just went in on our little Sutton.
And I don't think that she has ever really heard those curse words thrown together in that way. I don't think that women spoke to her like that back home in Augusta, Georgia.
She wears couture. That's the only C word she knows. She's not going around hearing anything else. And you know another C word that Erika Jane likes? Credit. She loves a credit card. And my jaw dropped again when we found out just how much was on her Amex bill.
You spent $14 million on your American Express bill?
over 12 years. So if you knock that down to $2 million per year, that's pretty much what we're all doing this year.
It was funny how none of the girls piped in to confirm or deny that. So we're just kind of like left to wonder, do these girls really spend $2 million a year on their glam squads? I mean, she does look like $2 million always, though, I will say.
Even during the reunion?
You didn't like her reunion look?
No, I mean, it really showed the $2.99 TJ Maxx. Looked better than I looked while watching it, so I'm going to tell that to her. But I feel like maybe it might be less than a $2 million year for her this year.
Yeah, maybe like a $500,000 year.
Well, and I mean, Bravo this week is really all about the C words. I mean, kind of coming up everywhere. And another C word, cult.
Yes. American Horror Story, Mary Cosby. I'm ready for it. I'm so ready for it. I know. Do you know what I feel like? I feel like this is a storyline that just hasn't been done on Housewives. Like we've done cheating scandals. We've even done tax evasion and fraud, but we've never dipped into Midsommar territory, Like I'm ready. I'm ready for Mary Cosby's Wild Wild Country.
Oh, without a doubt. And this is why I love that Andy picks Salt Lake City, because it's a place where it's like, I don't know what goes on there. And a lot of these people, like, it's just kind of stuff that could kind of skirt around because they're not like semi-famous, like was on a soap opera 15 years ago. These are just people that were doing what they were doing. And now cameras are involved. And we had Cameron on camera.
Mary and I were extremely close at one point. Just be careful.
I got scared when I was listening to him talk. Like seems really intense.
Yeah, it was kind of like bone chilling. And the way he was speaking about it really correlates with what ex-members of Mary's church have said. They've said that she's emotionally manipulative. She forces them to work for her family businesses for little to no pay. She drains their bank accounts. I mean, look at her closet, or closets rather. Like, we know those clothes aren't cheap. She's like, pay up, baby. It's time to tithe. It's time to get mama a new Gucci. So I can't imagine what these people have been through. But apparently she also refers to herself as God, and she tells them they will be condemned to hell if they don't give enough money to her church. It's just so wild, and I need to know everything about it.
With like the receipts that all the B-roll that Bravo has, I think Salt Lake City is going to be so turned over because everyone's going to be in jail. They're just going to have to film from there. And I mean, she doesn't have to get bailed out of jail but Mrs. Bailey Hill is bailing her husband out of some trouble, Evan, right?
Oh my God. So he's been accused of sending pics?
Which I'm like, wait, why is my phone vibrating? No. I'm like, Mike, I'm working. No, my heart broke about this.
Well, she was approached about it at the airport and she was relatively chill about the situation. You know, like she and Mike, they both seemed annoyed. They were caught together. Paps asked them about the situation and they called the rumors annoying. I think Cynthia even said, you know, rumors are just rumors. And I will say she went through so much with Peter that I don't think a pick or two could really shake her. You know, I truly think even if it were true, they would be able to move on from this because, you know, what's a penis pic anyways?
You know, and also, I mean, it was on Snapchat allegedly. That's 10 seconds. Are you going to ruin a few years over 10 seconds? So I hope Cynthia's happy because she really was one of my favorites on the show. And I don't know, I don't think this person loves her so much, but they used to.
At one point, the talls.
At one point. Yeah, give us a little tea about one of the OGs.
So Nene Leakes said that she is willing to come back to Atlanta because she's got some unfinished business with some of the ladies who are in the season 14 cast. So I'm thinking that she's talking about Marlo, who's a first-time peach holder. She could be talking about Sheree, another OG who has come back. And I don't know if she and Candy are cool or not, but I'm sure there's something to figure out there. And then there's going to be some new girls on there too as well. So I would love to see Nene back in the mix. But one thing that she did say is that she has unfinished business with some of the ladies, but she also has unfinished business with Mr. Andy Cohen. I'm sure you remember earlier this year, she kind of implied that he was a racist manipulator. There's a lot of stuff for them to get through. So before she comes back to Atlanta, I'd actually like to see a sit down with her and Andy, just going through their own drama.
I have a lot of unfinished business with a couple of them that they confirmed on the show.
Like what kind of business, Nene? What could get you to come back?
Andy and I need to have a sit down and talk, and then we're off to the races.
Well, you know who I hope down the line he gets to do that with?
Who?
Potentially Lindsay Lohan, because obviously
God.
Real Houses of Dubai is out and about now. It's going to come out in 2022. And the rumors were, they're now denied, but the rumors were that Lindsay might be on it. And I would love that so much.
Lindsay Lohan does live in Dubai. Real Housewives potential. Maybe, Andy?
Let me tell you something. It's a good idea, Jerry.
Oh my God, that'd be so good. That is the pivot I would dream for Lindsay Lohan. Like that would be amazing. Although is she a little too young? Well, I don't know. They do the younger housewives now. Like they've gone younger.
And she's 34. You know, that's not. I mean, Ashley Darby was like 26 when she was.
So true. So true. So it could work. It could work. Maybe for season 2. Maybe she'll be a friend of this year.
Oh, I would love that because it's also a thing. Like a 34 is like a chain smoker's 45. You know what I mean? So she really is kind of like in it to win it. And I loved Lohan's Beach Club. Like she really was so fun to watch on that because it's like, oh, you're like a business girl. Like she was like delusional business stuff that I love to see on Housewives. And what would be better than watching someone try to bring back their beach resort?
Yeah, a delusional businesswoman. I feel like that's the best way to describe every single housewife. So Lindsay's already there. And
wait, fill me in about what is going on with like, are we giving them Lala? Should we give Lala space or what's happening with her?
I don't know. I don't even think Lala really knows what's going on, but she says she's going through a lot amid her breakup with Randall, which is understandable. But what I thought was really interesting is that throughout it all, she says that she's never felt stronger in her sobriety, which is amazing because I feel like I've gone through situations where all I want to do is drown myself in rosé, and I've never been through a public breakup with the father of my non-existent child. So like, good for her. I'm so happy for her.
That I know that is really because that was my one thing I'm worried about because we obviously know Lala is a firecracker. She can snap like that. So I'm glad she's just like getting the anger out while staying true to who she is. And I do feel like she'll rise above this. I can see because if Erika Jayne's out there dating again, Lala can really find herself a man with maybe a better bank account in Hollywood. That is like a little more her speed. I mean, I did like her and Randall together, but I feel he's just he's going to be doing this for the rest of his life, just going, cheating on someone, having another baby, doing that whole like Candyland thing. And she doesn't need that. Well, and that was the ABC's emphasis on the C's of Bravo this week.
See you next week.